Yeah, we're recording.
Hello everybody, hello everyone in the Driscast. Welcome to Driscast episode 2. I'm joined in my living room with Del, Richie, Danny. Good to see everyone. How's everyone keeping?
Pretty good.
Yeah, alright. Not nice and relaxed after being away for a week in Spain. Yeah. It's actually electric picnic good, but alright. So how are you, John? How's your week?
I'm pretty good. I paid for all the good times I had in Spain last night. A terrible time, and it was all my own fault. So
such is life.
We'll move on. Yeah.
Swiftly moving on.
So we'll talk a little bit of real football, and then we'll get down to what really matters. We're going to go through the week 1 matchups, maybe a little bit of kind of looking forward to the season at the end of that, what we think is going to happen, a few predictions maybe, because we're very close now. What are we, like three days out?
Yeah.
First game.
Thursday's first game.
So I mean, we'll talk about the Khalil Mack trade. I guess is the biggest piece of news at the minute, really.
Does anybody think that the Raiders were clever?
No.
Who has Khalil Mack?
The Bears. Well, he's a defensive player
in our league. Nobody.
Yeah.
All right.
But he's very
Marlon
good.
Mack, and I have him.
Yeah.
Damn it! We're only fucking 2 minutes in, and my knowledge is already getting fucking.
So for anyone who doesn't know about the trade, the Raiders traded their first round pick from I think 2014, Khalil Mack, to the Bears. Very good player, good edge rusher. The Bears gave up 2 first round picks
and a second. And I think maybe a late one as well, and I think a conditional 7th as well.
Yeah, something like that. And then they got a 3rd round pick back along with Khalil Mack, and then they paid him
143 million over the next 7 years.
Yeah. How much is that guaranteed?
Over 86, yeah. So
guaranteed over 86 million in a fucking sport where he could go out and train and blow his hip out of his knee and be done.
Yeah, and then like career ending done.
That's a great contract. I'll be like, hit me guys, hit me.
We're gonna go light for training. No. You gotta go for it.
Lights for pussies when they don't have $86 million contracts.
So he just beat out Aaron Donald, who had a couple of days
for only 33 hours was he the highest defensive player in the NFL
of all time, and then Khalil Mack gets his deal 2 days later. It's probably you got to say it's deserved probably for Mack. Like
totally, absolutely.
You got to
pay
defensive
player of the year.
You got to pay that guy. Like he's an unreal player. Like
what I am thinking of though, for anyone who knows their NFL history, is in the early 90s, the Dallas Cowboys traded away their great running back Herschel Walker for a boatload of draft picks, and with those draft picks created the dynasty of 90s Cowboys.
Yeah.
And I think that's what is it. Reggie McKenzie is the general manager of the Oakland Raiders.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
That's what I think Reggie McKenzie and John Gruden think that they're doing. They're like, we got rid of one of the probably top 5 players in the NFL, but we're going to have enough draft capital to build something. But I'd say if you are a Raiders player this year, you are furious. And you know your coach and your general manager are not in on you.
Yeah. And then moving to Las Vegas in a year as well. Like if you're a Raiders fan, that sucks.
Yeah, if you're like old school from Oakland, that is terrible.
Because your team just got rid of his best player
for the last season.
For the last season, you were going to have him in Oakland.
Like Marshawn Lynch is going to do a good walk.
Yeah.
Like, Rob, we're not here to win. What's the point of me being there? Or for Super Bowl.
Yeah. So
good deal or a bad deal?
I think the Bears got a really good deal. They did give up a lot, like three draft picks in the top 2 rounds over the next 2 years. Like that's a lot to give up. That's
I think we won't really be able to evaluate it for 4 years.
Yeah.
How are the Bears, structured wise at the minute? Like they got a solid team that they're.
They have a rookie quarterback at the minute that they drafted high, which means you're not paying a quarterback. So while you have that ability, you have to go. It's what the Rams are doing at the minute.
Yeah,
it's what the Seahawks.
And we've got everybody on short-term contracts as well.
If you're not, because once you lock up a quarterback, that's 20 million. You have to be paying the minimum.
Which is like 10% of your entire salary cap for the year gone.
So if you have one of these guys and you're only paying them 3, 4, 5 million, and it's freeing up 17 million all of a sudden, that you gotta do it. And the Bears, I think, were missing something on their defense like this. It was pretty solid. Like there's a lot of good players, but there's no one like Khalil Mack on it. Like there's no one who's just winning.
There's nobody in the NFL.
The salary caps that played Madden.
Yeah. You get it now. It's
So
like-
I read a thing today. So if they had paid Khalil Mack the kind of money that the Bears had paid him, it means that more than, I think it was like 23% of the Oakland Raiders' entire salary cap would have been on Khalil Mack and Derek Carr
Yeah.
That's insane.
for the
I
entire
was reading
52
a thing though where
roster.
apparently there's a ton of teams that are just going over the salary cap. And no
Yeah,
one's really
there's-
doing anything about it. Is
Yeah,
it just like a
Roger
suggested
Goodell's got it.
guideline?
No,
or is
it's
it
not.
like-
They
is
receive
it an
fines.
actual
I
thing?
There'll
think.
be
you're
yeah,
supposed to
there'll be
do?
penalty. Like essentially, what they do is like the next year they'd just like not let you play some of those players that you're saying are registered. I assume like if you see,
I
it
don't know
wouldn't be if you
about
did
it.
it once. Like if you did it for like 5 years in a row or something, I think then they would step in and do something. It's kind of like the financial fair play ones where it's over a 5-year period. If you're making a loss, it's not like if you just make it one time, they're gonna
So
jog
we
you.
can make
kinda.
it up then next
So,
season.
yeah, exactly. You can make it up. I think. Yeah. I don't really know.
I don't know
It's,
about
it's,
it at all.
it's wild. Like.
But yeah, there's like 55, like I think the Vikings like 55 million over the cap and nobody gives a shit.
Get away with what you can while you can. I think is the lesson there for everyone. So we'll go on to the real stuff now.
Recent
On
odds
to the
drops.
Drisc Bowl. So yeah, we'll have a look at who got picked up over the last few days. So you can see, we'll start down Rob with Marquise Lee getting injured there, so he had to drop him obviously. He gets Latavius Murray. I think he was the highest rated running back left there pretty much, so yeah, why
Which is
not?
not
Like,
good.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, he's a number 2 running back. Like he's gonna get some touches, I think, but it's not gonna be anything you can really count on a week-to-week basis. And then he got rid of Harrison Buttkicker, which I was pretty surprised at. 'Cause he fucking loves him. Like, and even today, I was kind of like, oh, I'm a little bit sketchy on Buttkicker because they got the rookie quarterback and stuff, and he was still just like, nah, he's gonna be awesome. Like, so I don't know why he dropped him.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Harrison Butker, the guy
You
that you
picked
picked
him.
up, then you dropped Will Slutz for him.
See, I don't like dropping Will Slutz because he's a stadium kicker. It's nice
Yeah.
and safe.
I checked the stats, and the only real
But
difference
Booker had
is
a
that
great year last
Booker
year.
kicks more 50-yard. That's the only difference.
Fair.
So, look, if the kicker gets 150 points, you're happy.
Yeah.
And I think either of them are going to
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
get
it's
him.
not a massive
Yeah,
difference.
it's
Plus Booker.
Yeah, it's a weird name.
Yeah,
But
full
it's
word
way
to
better
say.
than lots.
Kill Slutz.
Buttkicker. And then you got your boy Big Ben back, so I don't know if you want to talk us through your decision making.
Ben Rapenberger.
Yeah, on taking Big Ben, who boned you a number of times, basically any chance he ever got.
2
It's
40-point
gonna
weeks
be-
back to back.
It's going to be a tale of redemption. Like, you know,
Everybody
got to
loves
give him the
those.
opportunity. He's going to play 1 week, let's be honest.
Yeah,
And I'm just hoping that that's one of the
The
weeks
one-
he throws a fucking 30 burger.
yeah.
And yeah, you know, it might not happen, but it might, because as you say,
He throws 30 burgers.
Yeah.
Like.
yeah, and I think he's going to be throwing a lot more to Tony
Mm.
O'Brien, because fuck you, Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah.
So you know, it's just it's a hunch. It's a gamble. And anyway, Alan Hearns was one of 18 wide receivers I have on my roster.
Alan
So
Hearns could be good though.
I think he's a
compared to
stash
all the rest of
guy.
them, I have he was
Yeah,
just
you're
not.
not going to be starting him in week
No,
1.
and who's
Yeah.
going to trade? Who's going to trade me Watt for Alan Hearns?
I'm just looking at the. I've got a soundboard, ladies. Yeah.
Yeah, who's going to trade me Watt for Alan Hearns?
Yeah, you're not. He's someone who you'd stash for a while.
You might trade him for a
end up being
handcuff,
good.
like.
Yeah, you could get something like that. But I think Big Ben to have on your bench, like Tom Brady's 41. Like he's
Not
probably still
looking
going to go
at
out
the
there.
romantic aspect of this. He's been on my roster every year.
Yes.
That's fair too. That's fair.
I'm genuinely considering picking up Frank Gore just because he's been on my roster every year.
Dory Alice.
Yeah.
So, and I can't pick up Jamal Charles because that would just be fucking stupid. So,
Jamal Charles on a team.
No, I don't
nah,
think so.
he doesn't know you playing. That's how stupid it would be. He doesn't have a contract. So
Those Wes Welker picks.
yeah, so I picked up Ben Roethlisberger because I was sick of looking at all the wide receivers and I needed a backup quarterback. So
Yeah, I mean Big
So
Ben's
look
going to
at
score
that.
points.
yeah,
So.
and I noticed that Rob made some inroads with his wide receiver, so I don't think he's looking for
Oh,
Woogie Bear anymore. I think that talk about the first 4 games of the season might have just forced his hand. So I think that trade's dead in the water. Yeah, so I picked up, dropped Hearns and Lutz, and I picked up Ben Roethlisberger and Harrison Butker largely because I wanted to do something.
That's
I
fair
was
enough.
Get
bored.
some stuff moving.
So,
Yeah.
Uh,
Let everyone know that no one's safe. Anyone can go at any time.
exactly, keep them on their toes. Not anyone. Not getting rid of Zeke.
No.
So
Yeah, there's a couple of people who.
So
they'll-
you
they'll
picked
think
up,
exactly what they are.
John, you picked up Alfie Mo.
Yeah, literally on the bus back.
Still don't
Looked
have
on
a
my
kicker, but
phone.
you're stacking up more running backs.
Stacking those backs, baby. Yeah, he's probably not going to play week 1, but you know he's
J-Rock
playing
has
against
no knee,
Minnesota
though.
anyway.
yeah,
But
Jim McKinnon towards ACL.
you know he's there with Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan brought him in there. Kyle Shanahan likes him. He had a good couple of years under him in the Redskins when he was let be the lead back kind of. So I don't know. I'm not expecting a whole lot, but I did bet Rob Fay that I'd jump naked in the sea if he wasn't the top 15 running back. So,
Oh.
but if he is, Rob Fay has to jump naked in the sea. And
I'm filming this.
I think if he plays those games and he's gonna win that job.
I could see
And
it.
those touches
I
are
could see
there,
it.
and he's good, man. Like he's not amazing, but top 15 running back isn't like you don't have to be unbelievable
but
to
I
do
could
that.
see
To
that.
just, like he's gonna be like 13 or 14. I'm not saying he's gonna be top 3, but
His name makes him sound like he manufactures cigarettes.
Freddie Mo.
So and you got rid of Frank Gore.
Yeah, he's a backup to Kenyon Drake basically. He's gonna get his touches. And
Is Damien Williams still there?
He's gotten
No, I think they have
1,200
a
yards
rookie.
a season for 12 years.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's absolutely insane. Like no one will ever do that again.
The
Consistency
next,
is crazy.
there's the next person who's on a streak similar, but only at the start of it, is Antonio Brown. And I think it's 2025.
He'd have to do
He
it
would
until.
have to do that until.
No, and
is
he's
like
not. He's not
So,
going to
yeah,
2025.
like 2025 is the next time someone could possibly
Oh my god.
hit that record.
Yeah, because it's from
Insane.
scrimmage. It's not just rushing yards.
I just highlighted a response to
Yeah.
this here.
Martin was obviously looking at
Okay,
getting,
Rob.
James Conner.
getting
It would
James
be
Conner.
a very Martin ad to add James
Yeah,
Conner, like.
and then fucking Lambell not playing the whole year, and James Conner be the fucking RB2 or something like
Can we
that.
talk about that for a second? The fact that Lev Bell might sit out a week or two.
I think
He's
that's
definitely going to
bullshit.
sit out week 1, and I'm sorry, Shauna, but that means I win.
Mm.
If your number 1 running back does not fucking start, and you have Theo Riddick to step in,
Yeah.
I'm fine.
No,
Okay, that's a
I
confident,
think that might just
confident
be
Danny for
some
start of
like
the season.
pre-season hype about Lev Bell. I don't think he's actually going to sit out for it.
But he hasn't signed his contract. He can't start. the
Wasn't
first
he?
game.
Yeah, he wasn't in practice on Monday. Or he wasn't in practice
He
today.
hasn't signed his tender. He's legally not on the team. Like, they're saving a roster spot for him,
Yeah.
but legally he's not on that team currently. Because he's thinking the less games I play,
Shauna,
the less chance there is for me to be injured. Because someone else is going to arm me next year that isn't the Steelers. So what's the point of me risking it for this shitty team who won't pay me?
This number 1 pick might have been a fucking bust.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they like
Number 2
Eddie Lacy
pick was
done-
really the number 1 pick.
Oh shit!
Captain Mazio.
Todd Gurley's going to ball out. That's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, Martin obviously was
Yeah, he was looking
Actually,
at that.
hot on the tail.
Nice news for Michael. Week 1, Khalil Mack not against Todd Gurley now.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
I like that.
'Cause he's good against the run as well. So Michael picked up the other 49ers running back, Matt Breida. He's going to get touches because they drafted him.
He's definitely going to get touches, but I can't. I don't think it's going to be as much stuffing though.
Everyone
Yeah.
we click on here is getting an increased role because Jared McKinnon. How many positions was McKinnon playing?
All of them.
Everybody's like, yeah,
In
he's
fairness,
good.
he did a lot. I think they thought he was going to do a lot for that team. Like they were going to have him on the field a lot.
They
I think.
paid him a good amount of money.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they were going to use him.
Well, if he's going to play 3 positions,
Yeah,
then
they
somebody
have
should
to
pay
get
him.
paid.
What else have we got here? Keenan Cole.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the kicker.
Yeah, because he's the only
Yeah,
wide
well,
receiver there in Jacksonville now.
No go Thursday. Right, so he dropped a kicker for a wide receiver.
Yeah, he needs to pick up a kicker at some stage now.
Alright.
Speaking of needs to pick up some people,
Yeah, that's fair.
It's getting close to the wire.
He's got a couple of days.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
I have
He's just
until
going to stream a
Sunday.
kicker. Like,
Yeah, I think I still need a tight end, but I'm not worried about that either.
nah, pick up Ebron.
Yeah,
With the
Yeah.
or the
detective.
detective or David Njoku or
So Rob was very active.
yeah.
He's
As
extremely
always, Rob likes to work the waiver wire.
But in fairness to Rob, he's also had crazy
Yeah,
injuries.
injuries,
That
he
means
has
he has
to,
to.
yeah,
He has lost 2 ACLs already.
Jesus Christ. That's
He
all the
forced
ACLs a
it.
man has.
He's 2 ACLs down already.
Oh Jesus.
Rob's already in the red.
And it couldn't have happened to
Yeah,
Michael.
so-
We'll get
It just couldn't
flashbacks.
have happened
Bit
to
of that
Michael.
tequila in there. Bit of tequila and coke.
That'd be alright.
We could do worse things.
Yeah.
No, they're true. Drinks tequila straight. Fucking delicious. But then you'd be
It's,
That is
Yeah, but
really,
then
really good tequila.
fucked. No, then you'd be fucked.
It's only 40%. It's the same.
yeah, we could get that absinthe.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
70%.
70%.
that's 3 pints in 6 years now. That's 3 pints in 6 years. If I touch that, I'll not be driving home. Somebody will be taking me to the hospital.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that. So, you picked up. Oh, Cameron Brayton
Cameron
dropped.
Brake. So what do you
Eric
think of
Ebron.
Cameron Brake versus OJ Howard, Richie?
Instead of the other tight end for the Bucks.
Oh,
the
right.
guy they drafted.
I had Cameron Bright last year and he did really well for me.
What
Yeah.
are you talking about?
Ryan
OJ Howard
Fitzpatrick.
is a Botman first round pick though. Like they've invested draft capital in him.
Yeah.
Ryan Fitzpatrick likes Cameron Brate though. He threw to him a lot.
Actually, in fairness, they also drafted draft capital in
Bobby Aguirre.
yeah.
Well, yeah, I had him last year. He did really well for me.
He scored a lot of touchdowns as
Yeah.
far as I remember. He scored like 7 or 8 touchdowns, so he was solid.
That and there is sweet fuck all else.
Yeah.
I think you got to take upside with the tight ends that are currently out there.
Yeah. But that's it. Like, so I'm kind of hoping he'll do as good this year as he did last year for me.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, there's no one else who did anything.
Yeah.
Eric Ebron scored a touchdown.
He was like in.
It was a first round pick, 18th overall.
Yeah,
I think.
he was like in the top 20, I think, yeah.
3 years ago for the Lions.
And he just had never really
He's
put
never lived
together.
up to that.
Yeah.
But again, the Lions don't like to win football games. so
That's
we
true
can
as well.
Transactions, that's a lot of discussions.
do- It's just me talking shit.
Shine,
Yeah.
shit. Right, so that's just, yeah.
Because I wanted to see, because I was in the game centre and it said discuss, and I thought it was just going to be on the game centre that page, but apparently it puts it straight to the page. So we've no breakdowns of anything in our standings yet because we haven't played anything. No suggested playoffs.
Here we go, week 1 matchups. Do you want to go into the.
Game centre.
Yeah, and we'll have a look at what projections we got so far.
Oh, Robbie Fay is the number 1 waiver priority though.
Oh, there it is.
How does shit see that?
And you have 10, John.
How?
Can we get some soundboard for the entrance to Game Centre?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We'll do this.
Oh, jeez, my projected points are terrible.
Yeah. Oh my
Oh my god, John.
You see,
What?
Carson Wentz isn't playing either, so I technically don't have a quarterback either.
Moment of silence, please, for John's team.
I'll get 4 players in there and that'll push that up to the 70s. And
Right, let's have a
half.
look. Let's have a look at the teams. So this is our man behind the glass, Dell, on the left, and John's team here on the right. So John is going for the ball strategy of call it the no TK death. So he's got no tight end, no kicker, no defense currently.
Eric Ebron's available.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pick people up. I was hoping there'd be some goddamn injuries and I'd know who to drop, but I'm gonna have to. Oh, I have the Eagles defense actually. I just have to.
So
put
the Eagles
them in.
defense are going to go
Yeah.
in. So you got to drop something
I'm
for a
probably
kicker.
gonna drop Sterling Shepard, I think.
Okay. I'm
For
going
a
to keep
tight end.
Aguilar and Lockett.
Yeah.
Lockett might actually be good in the first few weeks because Doug Baldwin's been nursing an injury through
Yeah.
the last few weeks.
What? He's fine. Look, he's
Oh,
fine.
Doug Baldwin is currently plugged in on
Doug
Dell's
Baldwin's
team.
fine.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm very sorry to
So yeah, I
inform you.
got to drop someone else. I've been working a trade where I've been trying to pass 2 players off for 1 player with someone, so I can just make that roster spot without having to
Yeah.
drop someone. But I'm running out of time.
Actually, if we take a moment, just because I've said that Doug Baldwin's nursing an injury, there is a red mark there beside Marlon Mack, so I believe that Marlon Mack hasn't practiced in the last week because he's been hurt.
I checked that. I think so. Oh, not spotted
He
practice
wasn't in
Monday.
practice, yeah. I know he's nursing something. 2nd round pick, Marlon Mack? Last year?
Yeah, he was pretty high up.
No, I got options.
Yeah, you got Chris Hogan sitting there.
Hopefully
yeah.
Bear could be nice, no Edelman.
Yeah.
You got
But I think
Royce
that Houston
Freeman.
defense is terrifying.
Royce Freeman got pretty much told he's going to be the starter in Denver as well. He's the number 1
Well,
back
that's
there.
according to the website on their depth chart.
Yeah,
Whether two
yeah.
coaches give a shit about that, we
You
don't
did?
know.
Royce Freeman, the rookie that I drafted you from Denver.
Sitting there under Zeke Elliott.
No. He's the guy behind the. Oh, sorry.
No, like on the fucking thing, not on the fucking. He's not starting Zeke and Zeke's back up.
Freeman will be the Broncos' top back heading to week 1. Okay.
Nice. Got the sweetener there as well.
Yeah, it's a tough matchup. See what happens. I don't even know who I'm going to be starting a quarterback yet.
Yeah, I think if you manage to win this week, it is a miracle, John. Considering you're currently starting Carson Wentz, who
How am I
has
supposed
projected
to
to
throw
0
the
points.
game if you've got nothing but shit, John?
You got it somehow. You got it. John might be setting the record this week for lowest fucking points.
Stop.
Okay, so this is a fucking mess. Sort it out before the
Yeah.
next podcast, please, so we don't have to look at this shit anymore.
I'm letting.
Because your
decisions
bench has
be
more
made
points
for
than
me,
your team currently.
is what it is.
Right, so...
I'm getting in everyone's head. Nobody knows.
Right,
what
so
happens.
let's very quickly go through who we thinks. So people who are not involved in the matchup should say who they think's going to win this week.
Don't hurt my feelings.
Yeah, I think. Come on, like Dallas actually has picks in the first 2 rounds. So I'm going to have to give this to Dal.
And if I manage to lose it, I'm quitting.
In some ways, John has also beat himself this week.
Yeah. I told him I'd throw him again. He's got 1 win to get all season. I was like, I'll give it to you first game if I can. But I can't. I just fucking
I don't think you could start a team that would lose to John.
No.
What do you think, Richie?
I think the upside, if you want to win something, is you're gonna have a lot more points on your bench.
Nice. I'll be getting a trophy one way or another.
Everything has a silver lining.
Yeah, Williams and Peyton Barber could be interesting.
Got a
There.
load
I'm
of
not
points
high
on
on
your
Marshawn
bench
Lynch.
because you've got loads of fucking extra players in you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's like... It's going to be tough, John, but you've got moves to make. You could still...
Moves gotta get made.
It's gotta be made.
And who the fuck knows? Doug Baldwin might be broken, so he might be gone. You know, who the fuck knows what's going to happen.
Contrary to Baz's beliefs, it is not a simple game. We don't know shit. So who knows who's going to win?
So we move on to
Martin v. Michael.
Martin.
Very
This
tight
is-
game.
Yeah, this will be the Sunday night football game to open the season. You got the ex-champ
Yeah.
against the guy with all the draft picks. This
I
is
know.
this is a blockbuster matchup right here. This is what the people want to see.
Current projections is pretty fucking close.
Yeah, pretty tight.
So Saquon Barkley will be playing. He's been nursing, I think, a hamstring injury for the last 2 weeks, but he's slated to play this week. He's obviously got Todd Gurley, who was a fantasy monster last year. Obviously, I'm a Todd Gurley fan because I'm a Rams fan. Russell Wilson, it's probably the best offensive line they've had in the last 3 years, but that's not saying anything. And that matchup against Von Miller is obviously going to be difficult. But
100%.
like Michael's starting team is so good, but if
Yeah.
anything happened to a starting team or during bye weeks, you will be able to job Michael. The depth is
I don't
not there.
know.
Calvin Ridley's nice though. Calvin Ridley could end up being his wide receiver number 1 sneakily, or certainly his flex. So Calvin Ridley is a first round draft pick by the Falcons this year. He's supposed to be like fucking amazing. He's looked
Yeah,
really
he's
good in
supposed to be
preseason. Like no Julio Jones, but a
Yeah,
fantastic number 2.
he could take Mohamed Sanu's job there and be the number 2.
I think someone like Devin Funchess would definitely be one to watch as well.
Yeah, he's going to score a lot
Sneaky,
of
but
touchdowns.
sneaky, yeah. Totally.
Like, he kind of stepped in and
But
being
dude-
roughly the same size and height.
Yeah, as Benji and stuff, and just
But what I think was important about his projections last year was how much Greg Olsen was injured.
Yeah.
About his production
that's
last year.
true too.
So if Greg Olsen stays healthy, the big red zone target is Greg Olsen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So yeah, Michael's team looking solid. Let's have a wee look at Martinio. So Andrew Luck starting week 1. But
Yes.
he's such an unknown entity after 2 years.
it's
of not
crazy.
playing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I like the balls of it though. If
Yeah.
you think he's your boy, you gotta have him in.
Run with it. Yeah, run with it. Like if he is Andrew Luck, it's gonna pay
Yeah,
off. Like,
totally.
That's it.
I think, come on, Bengals defense,
Yeah,
like you might as well
like they
take
got a
the flyer.
couple of good pass rushers, but
As anticipated, the foot injury that Luck sustained in the Colts' August 25 preseason contest against the 49ers.
Money
Not a good start though if you come back and you pick up.
I think the man is currently the living embodiment of the Vapors, and I would be surprised if he's still in by game 8. Melvin Gordon, it was a good pick.
Melbourne wins good.
I'm hyping Melbourne. I'm not hyping Dalvin Cook. I just think the sample size is very small, and I'm always worried about software slumps when rookies have a good first year. Crabtree's old as shit. Jim Brown's receiver is hilarious. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Yeah,
he's good
reliable.
tight
Christian McCaffrey could be unreal this
Yeah.
year. He seems to have
Dallas,
cracked it. He's
Dallas
a receiver
defense
out the backfield, and he's trying to prove he can run through the tackles. I think it's a terrible idea. I think he's too small for that shit.
He's the same size. He's bigger than Devonta Freeman, and Devonta Freeman can do it.
Is he?
Yeah, he's
I don't know.
like 5 pounds heavier than Devonta Freeman.
But he is white.
He's
Yeah.
5 pounds taller.
Yeah, I think McCaffrey, he's going to score a lot of points. He mightn't score a lot of touchdowns, but he's going to score a lot of points. He's
He's
just
a
going to
third
have
down
those yards.
monster.
He had like 120 yards in a quarter during the I know it's just a preseason, but that's wild.
Extrapolate that over 16 games.
Yeah, like that's and a touchdown as well. That's like touchdown a quarter for 16 games.
It's 12
And
times.
500 yards a game.
12 times they handed him the ball. That's,
Yeah,
they keep doing that
definitely
every
trust
game.
him.
He's going to bust through 3 or 4 of
and
them.
that's only in the first half as well.
He seems to be Cam Newton's boy as well.
Yeah. Cam Newton looks for him a lot when there's pressure in his face. Like he's gonna go.
Ooh,
to
found
McCaffrey.
more stats, lads. Look at these.
Matchup
Start
points.
again. Cut. So yeah, you can see running back. He's pipping him on that. Wide receiver, decent. And then,
It's just hard not to give it to Michael because he's had 6 picks in the first 30.
That lineup is so
Unreal.
strong.
But I think we all can be in full agreement. We all want Michael to eat shit this year.
Crash and burn.
I
Yeah.
believe
Crash
that's
and
the
burn.
phrase we're looking for.
Yeah,
I'm looking for eat shit.
So
I'm saying
who thinks-
Michael.
Yeah, we all think Michael's gonna
Yeah.
win. Sorry, Martin.
Ain't your
So
fault. It's
It's gonna
John's.
be.
So now we move on to our first new logo of the year.
Yeah,
First name
Toronto
change.
Titans.
The Toronto Titans, with a picture of Connor's very skinny, strange penis,
oh shit.
with Toronto's Titans superimposed over it. But it's
What
tequila
the
time.
fuck?
Sponsored by Richie.
So Baz's team on the left here. No, sorry, it's Connor's team on the left.
You went and got that Aaron Rodgers pick before.
Yeah, before I could.
A-Rod
jump
could
out.
easily score him 25 points a game all the way through. Super
Chicago's defense, they're going to want to come out and prove something against Green
They're
Bay.
better.
but-
They've just got Mac.
Yeah. So I think Rodgers could be in for a tough game, but he's still going to score a fuckload of points. Like,
Yeah.
It's hard. I'm not big on Lamar Miller.
I think the Texans have an okay line, and Lamar Miller's a good enough running back to be your number 2 because he's got Freeman there as his number 1.
Yeah, so that's okay.
Demarius Thomas against Seattle. I don't know what Seattle's secondary is like. There's a
do we
lot of
trust
unknown
Keenum?
quantities. Yeah, I do. I trust him to throw it to the big, really fast, good wide receiver
that's
he
true.
has.
That's true.
I'm not saying Demarius Thomas is going to score 20 points, but I think he could.
What's our
fucking put
breaking
100
news on
yards up.
Antonio Brown?
Takes
The breaking news is he's grand.
That is legitimately what that news
The
is.
breaking news is the status quo is being maintained.
He's still.
I suppose everything Antonio Brown is always going to be news because he's the best wide receiver since Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's always a monster. So it's projecting there like 13.67, which is not a point you can score.
Yeah. Unless you get some punt return yards or something, maybe.
Well, like Antonio Brown could drop a 30 burger.
Yeah,
like,
it's going to happen.
He did it
3
like
times,
4
like,
times last year, 5 times
yeah,
last
he's
year.
unreal.
Delaney Walker's a solid tight end.
Bit old though now. He must be
He is
approaching
pretty old.
33.
Yeah, he's probably around that. I'd say he's been in the league a long time.
Good tight end.
Yeah, I think Mariota's gonna have a good year this year.
Yeah,
I
I
might
like
pick
having
him.
Delaney Walker. I'll take the Bronco. I'll take the
Oh
Bronco.
yeah,
I
yeah.
really
Sorry.
don't like having Rex Burkhead in
Same.
there.
It's so tough having Patriots running backs in there because you just don't know what the usage is going to be like. You don't know what touches he's going to get.
Even game to game, you don't know what it's
Oh,
going to be. Not
completely.
even.
Like, yeah, not even just for week 1. Like any
Yeah.
week, it's so tough to pick.
I'd be more interested there in probably maybe Billy Powell, LeGarrette Blount to snipe those.
Yeah, I think Billy Powell.
Alan Robinson, maybe
Billy
that's
Powell
interesting.
is the starting running back there. It's not
Jameson
gonna be
Crowder,
Crow.
because come on, Kurt's got to
Yeah.
throw to somebody. I think he's got more interesting things on his bench.
Alan Robinson could be a good shout. Although I think that the
I need
Packers
to know more
secondary's
about
gonna
Mitch
be better.
Trubisky before I can
That's
be in on
fair
those
too.
receivers.
I think Billy Powell is a nice start there. He is going to be the starting running back for the Jets, and he was
You
really
think he's
good
gonna
last
beat the
year.
Crow?
Oh, I think he already has beat the Crow.
interesting. We could look that up actually on the Jets depth chart.
Have a look. Click on Billy Powell there and see if it says anything about him being the starter. To see on Baz's bench. Sorry.
This thing here is not really working the May West on the table, so I'm like, what? But I can use this.
So that's just saying that he scored a touchdown the other day.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna end up.
But they sat the Crow for it, so it's hard to say. They're probably both equally good running backs.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think Powell is like way better than the Crow, but I think they like him more.
Let's look at Baz's team. All in on Deshaun Watson. Very small sample size.
God, man's an animal.
Lost his knee. Like unreal. Like totally unreal. But I want Deshaun Watson to be Deshaun Watson just for Bill O'Brien.
Yeah,
Bill O'Brien's life
deserves-
works real hard.
Deserves a good quarterback. for once.
And the injuries that have derailed his head coaching career. Like not Bill O'Brien's fault. Bill O'Brien works his ass off and then every year gets absolute trouble. It's like, who are your 3 best players? Oh yeah, they're injured.
They're gone.
And so despite like the Texans record not being great over the last 4 or 5 years, the reason he's kept his job is he can just turn to the general manager like, draft me guys who have knees, please.
Yeah.
And this won't be a problem. Lenny
Fournette
Fournette and Kamara
It's real
is
nice.
a crazy good 1-2 punch.
Yeah, and Thielen and Tyreek Hill
Can
is very
Thielen
nice.
repeat?
I
Tyreek
think
Hill
so.
also
Kirk Cousins, man. Kirk Cousins spreads the ball around a lot.
That's true.
Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Zach Ertz's good tight end.
Sorry, earlier I said James McBride was receiving from Kirk Cousins. That is no longer true. It's
Oh,
now
yeah,
Alex
Alex
Smith.
Smith,
But I
yeah.
trust Alex Smith.
Yeah, he had a good year last year.
Tyreek Hill, you also get those sneaky punt yards and
Yeah,
now
when
getting a
he's
touchdown.
taking, yeah. I don't know what Pat Holmes is going to be like. If he's good,
Deep
then
ball,
you got to
though.
think
Deep
Tyreek
ball.
Hill. Yeah,
And
Tyreek Hill's
Juju
gonna
as well.
score. Yeah, Juju and the flex is nice there. That's a nice flex player.
Against the Browns, you got to start that.
Yeah,
It's projected to get a good lot of points.
yeah, 9 points from your flex.
You have
players.
to think though. Antonio Brown's getting more points than that.
Oh, totally.
So is 9.2 a little bit overstretching for Juju?
No.
So Juju Smith-Schuster could either have 2 points or like 16 because it's going to be one big catch and a touchdown or like a couple
That's
of
the thing. How many times is he going to be targeted when you have Antonio Brown there, and maybe Le'Veon Bell?
That's fair as well. Yeah, he'll get his work, but it's
It's boom or bust.
inconsistent, and yeah, you don't know what you're gonna get really. I think he does return the odd punt as well, which is a nice little boost to his points.
So interestingly, there's a lot of Saints and Philly players knocking around here.
Yeah,
That's
Saints
right,
defense as well.
Yeah, I don't know how much I like that.
Who's he got on his bench? He's pretty much got his best lineup out there. He's got
But he's got some interesting.
He's got some, Chubb and P. Ryan both could be starting running backs by the end of the year.
P. Ryan.
Yeah, some magic P. Ryan.
Is it like urine?
Robert
I'm
Woods,
loving my P. Ryan.
like not this week, but Robert Woods could be an interesting one
Yeah, if you
on a
play
lesser
him,
team than Baz has because who the fuck is Oakland's second or third string cornerback?
if you play him on the right week, he's gonna score you a shitload of points, I think.
But like, I said this on draft night. My favorite team drafted was Baz's, who had to pick just ahead of me and sniped me on quite a few.
He's got some
picks.
good picks.
I really like Baz's team.
Fournette and Kamara as your 1-2 is just so.
So
nice.
I'm
They
gonna
can
give
score
this week
40 points.
to Baz.
Yeah, it's hard to go against that team. That's the shot. Connor's got a good team, and I think it will be close.
If you look at
But
running
he,
backs here, look, there's
Yeah.
12.
Lamar
But
Miller and
equally,
Devonta
if
Freeman.
Antonio Brown has a good week, that could just win it.
Yeah, that's true. Antonio Brown dropped 30 points for you all of a
Antonio Brown
sudden.
could win this on his own for
Yeah.
Connor. That can happen.
And he's gonna want to ball out for the first game of the season.
Yeah,
so.
with no Lev Bell there too, like so.
Yeah, so he's gonna be the.
You gotta think that gives him an extra
Far
5 or
more.
6 kind of
Look,
targets at
James
least.
Conner going to come out and just fucking score 6 touchdowns or something.
Break the record.
Throw one to Big Ben or
1,000
something.
I'm quarterbacking this time.
We'll take a quick little break now to have a word from our sponsors.
The Dole.
Where the fuck is... I lost it! I found it. Right, we're recording again, hopefully.
Oh, welcome back. Now we're going to move on to the next matchup. So we'll go on to Richie and Rob now because we just heard from Robbie Fay there about the matchup. So we'll talk to Richie a little bit about it and then we'll work our way back. Oh, go on to the next one.
One after
now.
that, the last one now.
Yeah, and we'll work our way back on to Danny's.
To the big matchup of the week.
So Richie, how are you feeling about this matchup?
I have very mixed feelings about it. Like, Rob is completely fucked, which is nice for me, not for him. Yeah, he's got some bad injuries, and it's not good. But at the same time, I'm predicted to win, but predicted he's absolutely fuck all.
Yeah.
Sorry, Richard. I was trying to be as subtle as
Ruin
possible.
the whole.
Just leave.
69 points. Nice.
That's
nice.
like
Yeah,
That's
Rob
nice.
being predicted
not all
at
bad
69
for Rob.
points. Yeah, you can do worse.
So he will move up once he puts a kicker in the lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we go through Richie's first, because it's on the left there,
Drew Brees against Tampa Bay is nice.
you love that. You
Yeah,
gotta love that.
he's gonna smack them.
Carlos Hyde. I think the Browns just have so many starting running backs. Richie having them all makes it difficult because I think they're going to rotate a lot. Chris Carson was so good, but lower body injury. We haven't really seen him in preseason. Risky. Julio Jones, top 3 wide receiver in the league for the last 4 years. Like, no problem.
And it says here you'll be ready to go.
Yeah.
Which is sad.
So Julio is one of those who you'd like to see an uptick in his touchdowns this year.
Yeah, no doubt.
Stephon Diggs, Minneapolis Miracle Savior. I really like it. I really like Stephon Diggs. And I think Kirk Cousins is just so much of an upgrade over what they had. And with that offense being that functional under Case Keenum, you've got to imagine it's better under Kirk Cousins. Cameron Brate's interesting. I think they're going to try factor in OJ Howard more, but Cameron Brate's a more reliable target. So you get a New Orleans defense on tight ends. Yeah, I like that. Giovanni Bernard, second string running back for the Bengals, facing against the Colts. The Colts defense has been unbelievably
So
terrible
bad against the
for
run,
years. For
So bad.
years, they've been unbelievably
I feel like
terrible.
since we've been playing fantasy football, it's been a thing that you play running backs against the Colts as much as possible. Like,
So even though he's second string and he won't see no touches, but he won't see a lot of touches. But you gotta like it against Indy.
yeah.
Um,
You got T.Y. Hilton on the bench there.
I prefer T.Y. Hilton personally to Giovanni Bernard.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
flex.
Like he's a number one option.
I guess you're just betting on Andrew Luck is the only thing. You need Andrew, like T.Y. Hilton still had a good year last year with Jacoby Brisket, but
T.Y. Hilton is like talent wise one of the best wide receivers in the league.
He's so
He just
good,
doesn't
yeah.
have the same opportunities. Best Bryant and a kicker.
yeah,
Who's consistently won that award for the last few years.
yeah.
And Panthers defense against Dallas. I think Dallas are going to be garbage. I think Panthers is a good start.
Yeah, you're gonna get a couple of points out of that probably.
And then on to the no knee having ass bitches. So Kirk Cousins.
Against San Francisco is probably a good start.
Yeah, that defense is drafted. So the last 3 first draft picks of the 49ers have been defense players. It seems to have not mattered.
Yeah.
Their defense is still shit.
That pass rusher guy they got is good. Solomon something, is it?
Solomon Thomas.
Solomon Thomas, he's pretty good, I think.
Solomon Grundy would have been a great
Yeah.
choice.
Portland for Monday.
Many touchdowns did Solomon Grundy get in a season?
I don't know, like at least 100. I don't know how long they let him play. Like.
Yeah.
The Rob Pay specialist starting 2 Vikings players.
Yeah, I don't know about starting Laddie Murray.
Yeah, he let me down a couple of years.
Yeah,
I'd be hyper on like Jay Connor or Rob Kelly.
yeah. You see, I'll probably get Jay Connor in there to be honest for week 1 instead of Laddie Murray
Yeah.
because he's gonna keep Sanders in the flex.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna
especially
Sanders.
if Le'Veon Bell doesn't start, then Connor would definitely be a good shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Joho, I think, is consistently going to get him at least 12 points every week.
Yeah, he's probably gonna. Be
Oh, they're back against Jacksonville. That's not good for Eli.
No.
They have 2 great corners, a
Yeah.
great pass rush
gonna be
on a
tough.
terrible offensive
That's
line.
a tough matchup.
I think it's this could be Odell Beckham's worst week for the entire year.
Yeah,
Brandon Cooks, I think he's going to be one of those boomer bust receivers where it's
Yeah.
like it's either 25 points or it's 4.
it's against Oakland.
'Cause he's a
who
top
don't
off.
have a good defense.
If they don't have a good defense, it'd be
It's
interesting
all
to
at
see what
4:20 a.m. So you
gotta
gotta
love it.
play someone in that game.
Evan Ingram nursing a concussion.
Yeah, that's not great.
But even just because he was just a rookie last year, I was really hoping the Rams were gonna pick him, but he was picked I think like 2 picks before our pick.
Yeah.
But yeah, fantastic rookie year for tight end,
Yeah,
like
he's
unbelievable. So if that even just sustains and doesn't grow, he will have an unbelievable season. Manny Sands makes light work. Manny Sands getting old though now.
Yeah.
The Seahawks defense is just nothing anymore, so it's fine to
No
play
one
him.
there, just play him. Yeah.
No kicker on the bench, so he'll pick him up. Texans defense, everybody's healthy at the moment.
Yeah.
Everybody's healthy, but again, it's top bitch 12.
Yeah, you don't want to be playing your defense against Tommy Brady, really. They can still score you some points, like they'll get.
But I think after this week, look at their matchups.
Yeah.
Tennessee, Giants, Indy, Dallas, Buffalo, Jacksonville, Miami. I think they could eat this season.
Denver.
Yeah, they could be
I think
pretty good,
Texans
actually.
basically will
And,
make
like,
playoffs. because
JJ
of
Watt's
their
still going to be
schedule is.
JJ Watt.
Yeah.
I don't
And
know.
reckless. And if Deshaun Watson is Deshaun Watson, then like that's your offense and defense have someone.
To be honest,
doing
I think
some good
Jadeveon
shit.
Clowney and Whitney Merciless are more important than JJ Watt to that defense because JJ Watt has had so many horrific injuries. I can't see how he's going to return to form.
He's
With-
not going to
with
be what he
surgically
was.
repaired
He can
spine
still be
and
good,
core.
I think, yeah.
And torn labrum. Like,
JD Clowney is a beast, so I think he's kind of your
Yeah.
centerpiece now. JJ Watt's still going to be, he's still going to be good if he's healthy. He's still going to
He's still
not
gonna be better
gonna
than
what he
most
was.
defensive
Yeah,
ends.
he'll still be
But
good
he
if
won't
he's
be that
healthy,
game
but he's
record.
always going to have that in the back of his mind of what
Yeah.
happens. Like that shit doesn't go away.
No, 2-time defensive player of the year though. Like holy
I think
shit.
3 times. I think it was like 3 times in 4 years he won it. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, because Luke Kuechly was the only
Yeah,
one to
Luke
stop him.
Kuechly won it one time in the middle there somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was
So,
JJ Watt, Luke Kuechly, JJ Watt, Khalil Mack, Aaron Donald.
So it looks like Richie this week then.
I gotta give it to Richie.
If Rob has James Conner, I think that opens it up a little bit. But yeah, at the minute, if James Conner is going to start, like,
But to be honest, I don't give it to Richie by a huge margin.
I think it'll be close.
Because
yeah.
if we're wrong about ODB in Jacksonville, that could be
if
a
he's
huge
the only
game.
one scoring any points there, like,
But I think relying on Evan Ingram and ODB in Jacksonville.
that's true. That's a tough.
Yeah,
match.
Jags defense is going to be a
Yeah,
tough one.
So I said this to Rob earlier, and I don't know, is it in the Rob Fay recording section? But I think Rob's team could be a team that scores more in its wide receivers and running backs, which is very untraditional for Driscoll.
Yeah, it's got some good wide receivers though.
He does.
Right. So, what's next?
Final
Sean and
matchup
Danny.
of the week.
It's the second last one.
Oh, is it? Who else were we not
No, I just went.
Yeah,
through it.
second
Oh,
last
yeah.
on the list.
Oh my god.
So very tight projections wise. Well, like a point in it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that hasn't
No,
factored in Le'Veon
1.8.
Bell though.
Oh, okay, yeah. So super close projections wise, whatever that means.
Yeah.
Depending heavily on Le'Veon
And
Bell.
Le'Veon Bell, definitely.
Oh, that's never a good thing to see. It's just those 3 little red marks.
Yeah, we
Jesus,
said all.
in a row. Right, well, I think we should probably start with Shauna's team because.
Oh, I haven't seen the breaking news on Larry Fitz and Shady.
Oh, his breaking news is
Okay, so
fine.
he's able to play.
It's fine.
That's probably good.
Oh,
Nursing a lower
Le'Veon
body injury,
Bell,
though.
still not here.
Hasn't
Hasn't signed
signed.
branches tender yet, so.
Has not signed.
See, if someone's saying he hasn't signed it, doesn't mean he actually hasn't signed
No,
it.
he definitely hasn't. He's mad pissed off that they didn't give him a proper deal.
And his agent has been like, this last year he's a Steeler. We're
Yeah.
not doing this again. Larry Fitz going into his 15th season. That is
Jeez.
so long. And he's still productive. Do I think he's going to score 9 points this week? Probably not.
It's tough with that. Well, I guess if Sammy Bradford is out there slanging it, he's
Yeah.
looking good. But I don't know what kind of Sam Bradford you're going to get.
Sammy Sleeves.
Luke Hopkins is an absolute.
Yeah, that's unreal.
that's
Even if it's in New England,
points
doesn't
in the
matter.
bank. Yeah, she got Greg Olsen and Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Don't mention the
Joe
one.
Mixon.
And I like when we completely breeze past it, me and Rob thing as well. Dicks.
Joe Mixon, bell cow back in Indy as his flex. As Shauna's her flex. We have to mention Shauna's a female on every podcast.
Oh yeah, Shauna is a female.
That is fact.
She doesn't really like us bringing it up for some reason. But there you go.
I think she's probably not, and just wants
Oh,
us to keep saying
there
it.
you go.
That's it.
Now we're on to something.
Maybe we're offending you deeply.
Damn out of that comment.
The suspicion won't be.
Chris Boswell, grand kicker. Ravens defense, Buffalo. You can play anyone against Buffalo. I feel this year. Particularly Nate Peterman's going to throw at least 4 interceptions in the first
that's
half.
what he does. Like,
but yeah, Joe Mixon sneaky there in the flex, but
he could
be one of our most productive.
Yeah, no doubt.
But who do we think moves up? So let's say, so at the moment it looks like Lev is not going to play the first week. She's not putting Theo Riddick in.
Yeah.
So it's got to be KB or Pierre Garçon.
Yeah,
or pick up someone else.
Or try and pick up someone
There's
else.
nothing else there though.
There really isn't, yeah. There's just so little.
But even Calvin Benjamin, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, move up Joe Mixon and
She's
throw him in
got
flex.
she's got risky depth. I would say it could be very good. It's not quite boom or bust, but it's maybe they'll be shit, maybe they'll be okay.
Yeah. Like Pierre Garçon against Minnesota is a bad matchup. You know,
don't do that.
Corey Davis against Miami could do something for you.
But who is Corey Davis going to be?
Yeah,
college superstar, injured last year, didn't see much.
You don't know what you're getting out of him, really.
Unknown quantity.
Yeah.
And all these away games, she's got a lot of away games this weekend.
So go over onto your team, Danny. You got
Alright, I'll keep my mouth shut.
Philly Rivers going up against Kansas City.
Philip Rivers. That's the rain does.
Yeah. It's got 9 children, maybe more, maybe 10.
9 that he acknowledges. That's
That's 9 that we know about.
Yeah. You know.
The most fertile man in the NFL.
Yeah. Against KC, KC's defense is usually okay, but Philly Rivers puts up points. He's going to slang it.
Look at this.
David Johnson and Kareem Hunt there. That's nice. Washington's defense ain't great, really. If David Johnson is what he was 2 years ago, then yeah. Kareem Hunt, Chargers defense is good, but he's probably still going to get a lot of touches. They got a rookie quarterback in there, so see.
You imagine they're going to pound the ball.
Yeah, you see what that. It's kind of one of those things where it's defenses know they're going to run, but Kareem Hunt is good enough that he can still just be productive for you.
Although I don't know how no one has yet put together just move K over 1 to K.
The creamy cunt.
Yeah, no one said it.
That's
To be ashamed of herself. It's a year and a half now.
I've been calling him the creamy cunt for the last year.
You got Mike Evans against Nolans. That's probably a good play.
He's probably up against Marshawn Lattimore though.
Yeah, that's fair.
Those new edge rushers from New Orleans.
I'd like to
terrible
see what their,
Tampa Bay line.
I'd like to see what their 2 matchups were like last year and how he did against them. Amari Cooper, he's got a tough matchup there.
Very tough.
Yeah.
It's a good defense, and you don't know what that offense is going to be like.
You don't know what Amari Cooper's going to
Again,
do
on the
either.
420 though.
420.
Because I am considering putting Ian maybe Cooper Cup just because the matchup is so good.
What's the gripe with Jeffrey? Is he still injured?
He's going to be injured for the first week or 2. He's returned to practice, but they're being okay with him.
Yeah.
So Alex Collins, I think again in terms of sneaky
That's
flexes,
solid in there against.
like my
Buffalo.
1-2-3 at running back is crazy. To have David Johnson, Kareem Hunt, and Alex Collins.
It's nice.
The
you got
best
Tucker,
kicker
it's
in.
nice.
They held him out of preseason. They're trying to keep him good.
3 carries for 33 yards is pretty nice.
I really think that Baltimore believe in him. I know a lot of people don't, but I think Baltimore themselves want to make him the bell cow if possible.
Yeah.
So just Tucker, best kicker in the NFL. Rams have the best special teams as of last year in the NFL. Pretty good defense, a lot of upgrades. No linebackers or pass rushers, but it's still interesting. Oakland.
Yeah, that's a nice matchup there. You
Yeah.
don't know what they're going to do on offense really, and you got
So we haven't talked about Jimmy Graham.
Yeah, in there against Chicago, against a tough enough defense in Chicago.
But with A-Rod slamming it to him.
Yeah,
Likely out Friday.
Oh, he just wasn't playing the preseason.
yeah. I think he's all good for the starter as far as I know. Yeah, if he's as good as he was in New Orleans, he's gonna score a shitload of points. He's up there with Kelsey and Gronk kind of level tight ends if he can do that. But you just don't know what you're gonna get with him after the last couple of years. He hasn't looked like Jimmy Graham all that much.
Last year he was good though. Last year he did
He's
6
still been
touchdowns.
pretty decent, alright. Yeah.
The year before, totally, but last year he kind of proved his worth a little bit in Seattle.
Yeah, so I think if they work him into that offense, you're going to be starting him every week.
Yeah, because I took him a little higher than I wanted to take any tight end, but he was still sitting there, and whatever round it was,
Yeah.
was like,
Lot of
it's probably
upside.
worth it.
A lot of upside there.
One of those high risk, high reward.
Yeah, totally. And there was nobody else I really liked there at the time.
Yeah, so on your bench you got Jeffrey who's injured, Coleman.
Best
against
handcuff in
Philly.
the league.
That's a tough matchup for him, and you don't know what kind of touch he's going to get. So you're not going to him. Cup against Oakland could be a nice matchup. He could score some points. Mike Williams, I guess you want to kind of see his usage before you're going to play him, especially since they brought in
Coaching
Antonio
staff are
Gates
very big
there.
in him though.
Yeah, definitely. He's going to get red zone targets because he's just a real big dude. Like, so if he can be scoring your touchdowns.
Fucking huge.
Naheem Hines, if Marlon Mack is injured, he could do you well. But I guess you got 3 running backs already that are pretty solid.
Yeah, I just took rookie running backs for a little bit of depth and a little bit of
Yeah.
spice because they're so boom or bust.
Yeah, you
So
can.
Penny
If they
and
win a
Hines.
starting job, like
Through
score
trade
some
bait.
points. Yeah.
Because I'd like to upgrade my wide receiver game if possible later in the season.
All right. So who do you think's gonna win?
Considering, are we talking Lev Bell sick? Or not? That's got to be your
Yeah,
expectation. That
That would
changes.
literally be the
Yeah.
deciding factor. Like
Pretty much.
If
If
like,
Lev Bell's not playing, Sean is probably gonna lose.
This
Yeah.
bar will be
Yeah.
yeah.
20 points lower.
Exactly. Yeah.
If
So
Le'Veon Bell plays, I think Shauna will win.
it's gonna be
If
super
he
close.
doesn't,
I think.
I don't think she will.
But if he
Yeah,
does
I agree
play,
with
how happy are they going to be with him? You know what I mean?
They're gonna run him into the ground. I think either way.
It's like 30 touches a game because they're
Yeah.
not going to have to pay him next year.
Yeah, but with the way they're looking at it, that could actually be the whole thing of like, oh well, we can run him into the ground because like we don't need him next year.
Yeah.
Dallas did it to DeMarco Murray, like,
Mm.
who announced his retirement on Friday.
Mm. Yeah, he's a good lad, DeMarco Murray.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Did me
Right,
well.
so this
Yeah.
is very difficult to call, I think.
Like, it's within a point, sorry,
Yeah.
just over a point currently, and that's with Lev Bell in her line.
Yeah.
So you got to think Lev Bell's the deciding factor there. Unless she somehow picks up someone who gets injured, like picks up their handcuff before Thursday. I want to see how she can, with the depth she has at running
And
back.
she's missed out
Yeah.
on the 49ers handcuffs.
Yeah.
And who's the other running back handcuff? Who's another running back handcuff? Sorry, this is the soundboard playing, lads.
Yeah, very tough to call.
Yeah, so that's going to be a close one
Yeah,
too.
so depending on what happens to Le'Veon Bell, that's
Yeah.
what our call will be.
Yeah.
So if you had to make a choice though, if you had to put money down, who are you putting money down on at the moment?
Right now, I'd probably just give it to Shauna because,
Yeah, track record.
yeah, she
Yeah,
just
track.
wins games.
Yeah, she
A
does,
goddamn
yeah.
bitch.
Nailed
Winning.
She moved to Belfast too. That's like taking the soup.
Yeah.
As far as I'm
Taking the soup.
concerned,
Yeah, she's getting,
took the
yeah.
soup.
getting paid that fucking money with the Queen's face on it now.
Getting paid by Starbucks and queen-faced money.
That's like the
That's-
most evil thing you can do, Shauna.
You're just the worst.
Anyway, and on that note,
We
I
never
think
heard
we've
of
pretty
Charlotte
much
Barrett, no.
Yeah, we've covered.
Yeah.
covered everything here.
That's
that
all
we
the
wanna cover.
matchups, I think. Yeah, we.
And so from next week on, we're going to be able to cover. We'll be able to
Real
actually
actual
put
football.
a. Yeah, we'll be able to put a structure in of talk about
So,
games, injuries, trades, and stuff like that.
Who's
So
actually
what's
played
nice about-
and who's performed, who hasn't.
Yeah.
yeah, so next week we'll be able to talk about our reviews of the games that happened and what our picks were, so who we
Yeah.
thought would win versus who did win, and all that, and get to do a preview of the next week's match.
Oh yes.
All in all, a success. So
Stick that in your pipe and smoke it, you
Fucking-
fucking dickheads.
yeah. Today's episode is brought to you by THC and alcohol.
Rob's team is bullshit. It's not the words he wants to hear from me. But none of his players can say they have a functioning need.
Hi, I'm Commissioner John. If you were affected by any of the issues in today's podcast, ring someone who gives a fuck.
Not you.